Hello, hello, Chalkin History friends. How are you today? It is Wednesday, hump day. We are halfway through the week. It is a brand new month. Happy October. We have a new release again by Debbie. She is a fellow designer who has collabed with Chalk Couture and came up with 10 transfers. So we looked at those yesterday for a little bit. We can review those again today. And so we're going to talk about Club Couture today. How would you guys like that? This is one of my faves in a while. I mean, I like them all, but this speaks to my heart because I love my gingerbreads. So come along and see what Chalk Couture, Club Couture is all about. Sorry about that. There we go. Let's get started. So when you subscribe to Club Couture, you get a transfer. You'll either get 1 to 3 paste packets or 1 to 3 ink packets, and then some kind of an additional surface. So if it's ink, it could be some type of a textile surface, something you would use ink on, like a tea towel or a little makeup bag, something like that. Bandana, something like that. When it's a paste, it'll be kind of like a hard surface. Hi, Kathleen. Thank you for sprinkling and sharing. I hope you're doing well today. Thank you. So if it's a paste, you'll get a hard surface. Usually a wood cutout, it could be a chalkboard surface, but it's usually something flat that you can chalk. Okay, so this is, we're getting paste this time, and we're getting 4 gingerbread house cutouts. So let's grab everything out. If you subscribe for the very first time, you will get also a free mini squeegee so that you can write out of the box, envelope, bag, it comes in an envelope. So right out of the envelope, you'll be able to create, when you get it on your doorstep or in your mailbox, wherever your mailbox is. All right, post office box, wherever you guys get your mail. All right, let's say hello. Let's see if we're live. Oops, gotta turn that darn volume down. Gotta turn it down. Oops, no, I didn't want to do that. Whoopsie. There we go. All right, just checking on spots. All right, say hello, hello. If you would like to learn more information about Club Couture, there are a couple links in my video. One is pretty much in the top where it says cart link for supplies. I did the club link, and then right after that I did a link to 2 paste singles because we're going to play with more colors than what comes in the kit. And then more into the meat of the video description, you'll see links to ink and links to paste. There you go. I know you come across in red on my end, and then you come across in blue. So I'm guessing the hi there again, you're on my business page, and maybe the red is coming from a group. But hello again, Kathleen. Kathleen. I am glad you're here. Okay, let's get this out. Aren't these so fun, you guys? I love my gingerbreads, anything gingerbread. I don't care if it's houses or the little guys. Gingerbread houses. And this is October 2025 Club Couture. All right. Awesome. All right, let's see what we got. So we have shimmer crimson and bright white. I'm not going to break into the bright white. I will open the shimmer crimson. I also have shimmer frost. I thought that would be fun to play with. I have cherry, because the cherry I think will be very similar to the shimmer crimson. And then I also have, bright white instead of opening the bright white. Okay, so I'll show you what we're going to do with those in a minute. Let's put that over there. I have some wood beads, some really dark red beads. Let's see. Hold on, my dog is going crazy, so I'm going to tell my daughter to let him down. Red beads. I also have some white beads that are smaller. And then I have some fabric strips. So I might do red and white, and I might do maybe the ones with black. I'm not sure. We'll see what those look like. We'll play with those. I have a little color tray here for us to open up the shimmer crimson. All right.
Should I leave this?
I'm sorry?
Should I leave this? Oh.
Yeah, just leave it there. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, these are just like they feel like our chalk spot MDF type cutouts that we are now selling. So you get 4 little houses with holes already put in them, which is good. Otherwise, you could use our Power Punch. Works really well with these. All right, so that guy goes there. That guy goes there. This guy goes here. And that guy goes there. All right. So I'm going to kind of do each one differently. So on 2 of them, I need to, we're going to paint them a different color. So I was thinking, or was I thinking not? I was thinking maybe I keep it this color. That's what I was thinking. I think we're going to keep it the color. And then we're just going to use one different paste color on each. Does that make sense? Hopefully I didn't confuse you by all that. Let's get, I tell you what, my wax always just disappears, and it's always here. It shouldn't disappear. I see it. I see it behind my water. What else do we have back here? Shimmer gold. All right, I'm gonna wax our houses. Just because I like to wax things, you know that. So I'm gonna get my little wax dauber here. And we're just gonna apply it. Let's do this big guy here. I'm just rubbing it on. You can kind of tell where it goes because it'll be a dull finish. Let's get this guy. Let's see. I want to make sure I do the right sides. The ones with the chimney, you got to make sure you have the right side up. Otherwise, the other ones are flippable, so you can do both sides. So if you want to make them the same on both sides, you can. You can chalk on the sticky adhesive side of our ornaments or our transfers. There's nothing keeping it down, so you just have to be really careful if you do that. But it can be done. I've done it. It can be done. Because some people like to do like a mirror image of something, or if something's two-sided, like an ornament. All right, wax is on. Now we're gonna buff it off and make our ornaments nice and smooth. Take a piece of paper towel. And we're just gonna kind of quickly buff that. You see it's gets a little shiny look to it. Let's get this guy. All right, last one. All right, these are all waxed. Good deal. All right, you also get some cute little red and white thread there, so that's nice. Okay, there are no specific cut lines on here, so you could either keep it all together or you can separate it if you want. It just gets kind of dicey right there. Otherwise, there's good space in between those if you wanted to cut them. I'll probably just keep it all on one sheet. Keep it simple, right? All right, let's open our crimson, shimmer crimson. Whenever you get a paste packet or an ink packet, they suggest you need it kind of like an icing packet. Kind of work it, and you know, your hands are warm, so it kind of warms it up. Okay, and then I suggest you shake it to the top, okay? So that you still know what color you have in here in case you don't use it all. And I'm just gonna go straight across. Cut that off. And I'm gonna kind of squeeze like 1/3 of it out. Make sure your trays are clean. Ooh, look at that color. That's a shimmer crimson. It kind of reminds me of Jolene. Remember our paste Jolene? It was a metallic color instead of the shimmer. That's our color of the month, you guys. It is called Jolene, and it's the ink, not the paste. So now we have a really beautiful, I feel like I have something, my hair's, it's a really beautiful reddish cranberry metallic color ink. So that'll be awesome for the holidays. And then even into Valentine's, if you guys decorate for that too. All right. All right, so let's see what we are going to do. I think I'm gonna keep that one there. I think I'm gonna do this one in white. Might do that one in cherry. I think I might do that one in shimmer frost, and we'll do this one in shimmer. So let's see, let's put it on here, shimmer frost. I want to do this one in white. We'll do that one in cherry. Okay. Let's take this up. I really wish I don't know. I think, no, I'm going to keep it all on. I was going to say I'm going to cut it up, but as a designer and maybe club members, I'm not sure, we might have the opportunity to get another club kit. So if anything, I'll just buy another one and cut that one up. All right, let's line this guy up. Now those white lines kind of guide you around your surface there. Want to get that in there. I'm not fuzzing my transfer because we've waxed our surface. I'm going to hold it up to the light and see. I think I need to move it over a little bit more. Actually, let's just lay it down this way. The white lines kind of give you a guide for placement, and that is pretty good. I like that better. Okay, so we said this was going to be our shimmer crimson, right? All right, let's get a little bit on our squeegee here. We're gonna just do the whole thing. Now you can get very ornate with your chalking, meaning you could do the roof a certain color, you could do all the windows a certain color. I wanna keep this simple. All about simple these days. All right. Chalk on, get that excess off. Very, very simple. Put that back in that tray. Probably squeezed out way too much. Use very little paste, you guys. Very, very little. All right, let's see what we got. Start peeling it up. I'm going to use my detail tool to hold it down. Ooh, isn't that cute? It looks just like a little gingerbread house. How cute is that? And then we can give it a little blast of air. I find that the shimmers really start to shimmer once they dry more. So cute. All right. Oh yeah, look at that. Hopefully I can get that shine for you. Oh, the camera's not doing it justice. It looks so sparkly. How cute. All right, we're gonna leave that there. Let's do the cherry one next. So we're gonna turn it for the coordinating pattern here. Hopefully line that up. I think that looks really good. Let's move that. I'm going to kind of tuck that like that. Spread that down. Let's get our cherry open. And let's get a wipe so we can wipe off our squeegee here. For the most part, we'll get it wiped up. It is pretty. I do like shimmers. Like we used to have a shimmer red, I think it was. And that didn't shimmer as good as it should. But I like the shimmer crimson. All right, this is just plain cherry. So still that dark red, that rich, kind of old-fashioned red. All right, let's get that excess back. Get that all off. Make sure you didn't miss anything. Okay, let's take this one off. Oh my gosh, so easy, you guys. But you could make like those little plants green if you wanted to. Do your door in gold. You can color in all the little windows. So many possibilities. All right, let's get that dry. All right, let's put him over here. All right, we'll do the Shimmer Frost comes next. Shimmer Frost. All right. Again, either side of this guy. You can also go by the hole, so you can kind of see if you're centered, to make sure it's not crooked or off center. All right, let's grab some. This is dry. I remember this being dry from the last time we tried to use it, so I'm gonna kind of add some water here. I'm gonna kind of mix it with my squeegee here. Just get it a little worked in there. All right, I don't think it's too wet. You don't want your paste too wet because that does tend to smear then. I hope this looks pretty because I thought the crimson looked really good. Work it through that mesh. Make sure you get it all covered. Okay, I think we got it. All right. Ready? Peel that off. All right, let's get this dry. See if we can get it to sparkle more. It's not so sparkling on this brownish color, but I like it. It looks like your classic, very traditional gingerbread house. It's still sparkly. All right, that one there. And last but not least, we're gonna do white. I bet you this one is gonna probably stand out the most. All right, let's get this guy open. And I'm gonna clean up. I see a little bit of crimson or something there, so we're gonna clean that up. Okay. We're getting it everywhere, aren't we? Let's get this cleaned up real quick so we can use it for the white. There. There we go. Okay. Last one, friends, and then we'll get it put all together. You can strand it as a garland. You can just set them up separately. Put it on a little display stand, put it on your tiered tray. So many ways you could use this. In fact, I probably will make some stands. Rub that down, make sure it's nice and flat against your ornament. I feel a little something here, so it looks like it's the wax. You don't want any like lumps or clumps of like wax because that'll get in your screen. Let's pick this up. spread it around, and then take your excess and kind of move it. These would be cute to make little napkins, little coasters. All right, let's get that excess off now. Get those corners. All right, I think we are just about done. Oh yeah, look at that. Voila. Yep. I like the white the best, I think. What do you guys think? Now if you can, or if you want, while it's wet, you can sprinkle that diamond dust on there. You can sprinkle glitter if you want to do that. I think I like the white the best. All right, I am going to, there's a little spot. You like the cherry. All right. See right here by the window, there was a little, must not have been down all the way. So I'm just gonna kind of come in here with my detail tool. And scrape that excess off. Oops. All right. Now there's a little hole there, so I'm going to grab my detail tool and just kind of place a little dot right where it should be. I don't want to lay down the whole transfer again, so I'm just going to kind of cheat here. Let's get another wipe. I think I'll have to put them in order. I'll have to put them in order. I think the Shimmer Frost is last for me. I think I like the white the best. Okay, let me just fix this up again. Can't tell if that's like a fiber in the wood there. I think that's just a fiber right there because I can't seem to get that to remove, so that's okay. There. Look at that cute little house. He's so cute. All right, okay, let's put them together. Now, unfortunately, that Shimmer Crimson will have to go, not unfortunately, I'll throw it in my jar of Shimmer Crimson. I just gotta find it. I'm gonna wet my cherry here because that is getting dry on me. That, give my white a little misting. That there. Okay, let's finish these guys up here. All right, we got some beads that somehow got chalk paste on it. Make sure these guys are clean here. Okay, we're good. All right, let's do this. All right, so we have our string. So we got the white, and we got the shimmer frost, and we have our shimmer crimson, and then we have cherry. I do like cherry too, so I think this is my preference in order. White, cherry, the shimmer crimson, and then the shimmer frost. That's my order. That's my order. Okay. Let's get our string out. Let's see if this is folded over. Or looks like it's a sealed package. So just snip that off. Trying to see if I have any jute laying around in case I run out. Okay, I'm going to cut this in 4 equal sizes here. Fold that in half again. That there. All right, let's start. Let's see, there's so many ways you can do this. Let's try this. I'm gonna go from the back side. All right, we're gonna loop it through. I'm gonna grab white beads. Now, where are those things? So I used to have tools that I could thread like string through. My space is still not set up the way I want it. We'll get there. We'll get there. All right, so I just take our transfer tape and I kind of just tape the 2 ends. So then I can easily thread through the beads. So I'm going to do 1 white, one of these nice dark red ones, and then another white. Sometimes they have stuff in the way, like, oh my gosh, how cute is that? All right, and then we can take that off. Come on. There we go. And then, let's see here. I think I'm just going to try to tie it at the top here. Well, it's kind of short. My fingers don't want to work. There we go. All right, there you go. How cute is that? There's one. Let's get our next one. Make sure those strings are even at the bottom. Put it through. Transfer tape. So I just tape it and then I kind of fold it over and I kind of roll it real tight. Okay. I remember doing this when I was a kid, and like if your shoelaces, remember that hard piece at the tip of your tennis shoes, laces, they'd always come off. What is this? Oh, what is this? Here's one of those. Comes in there. Look at that. See? You can get one of these kind of tools where you can thread it and then go through beads, which is kind of nice. It's kind of interesting that it was sitting on top there. I don't remember doing that. All right. Might I digress? Let's go. Let's go. There we go. These would make fun little gift tags, ornaments. You can make a little village. Like I said, if you have like little stands, you can put them in. You could do that. Fingers just don't want to work. Work that knot up to the top there. There's the next one. So darling. You could also alternate the beads, like do a big white one if you have two small red ones. Whatever colors you're using, whatever paste colors, if you're gonna make them very colorful or if you're just gonna use one color. I'd almost like to use a plain colored bead. I'd almost like to stain these as well, make them a nice dark brown color would be pretty. You could do all kinds of things. All kinds of things. We can play on the opposite side just to see what they look like. Okay, white. So again, if you guys need any information on our club and what it's all about, go ahead and comment club. Get in there. Sometimes these aren't, there we go, not perfect. Detail tool to the rescue to push it through. Sometimes there's like pieces of wood through these beads. It's hard to get it through there. There we go. There we go. So don't forget, we did have a new release this morning. It's our Debbie release. That's her name of the designer that was able to collab with Chalkin Couture. She's so amazing. Okay. There's that guy. Last one. Last one. All right, let's get the tape on there for the last one. White, our last red bead, and then a white. Here we go. All right, who has their Christmas trees up? Tell me the truth. I do not. I do not. Okay, there we go, you guys. How cute are these? Ah, I love them. Like I said, I love anything gingerbreadish. So these are just adorable. So fun, so fun. Okay. What do we think? Red and white or that? What do you think? Should we add in that black ribbon or do we just keep it red and white? Keep it simple. Keep it simple, I think. All right, we're just gonna go down the middle here. This came from a, oh gosh, what do they call these? A jelly roll. You guys know what a jelly roll is? Like 2 or 3 feet, I think it's like 2 feet long strands by about 2.5 inch wide strips of fabric, and they're usually coordinated, like all kinds of patterns together. And I think, I want to say this was a Christmas one that it came out of. All right, let's do one more. Cut it right down that middle. Go. All right. Let's see. Since we didn't really like tie these down anywhere in particular, do we want it on top? I think I'm going to go down here. And we're just going to, again, keep this simple. We're going to do, actually, one thing. I'm going to do one thing ahead of time here. Let's just dovetail these right away so we're not doing it while it's hanging there. This will be the finishing touch. There we go. You do it from the folded side out to make a dovetail. That one looks kind of wonky. Kind of sawing at that one. There we go. Cute, 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 cute. Try to do 2 at once. Let's see how well that works. We're gonna see how well that works. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay. Last dovetail. All right, let's do this again. So we're going to come down at the bottom. You can move your beads out of the way. We're just going to do a little bow. Just a simple little bow. Just a simple, cute little bow. I'm not even going to double knot it. I'm just going to do one tight bow. Aw, look at that. How cute is that? That's so cute. That's cuter. I know, everything's cute. I'm sorry. I find that I say that a lot. Like, how cute. Oh my gosh, too cute. It just is to me. I just love the fact that I can make cute things with my own hands, the way I want to, the colors I want to use, you know? It's a stress reliever for me. Oh geez, that came right off, darn it. I pulled too hard. Okay. We'll have to restring that one. pulled way too hard. I know some people sometimes they'll like knot it. Hi, Neva. I know, right? When it comes to fruition, even if it doesn't, you know, no one knows where and when you've made a mistake. And it's homemade, you know, homemade is not made to be perfect. It's great if it comes out perfect, but nothing's perfect in life, so. All right, there we go. So darling. I don't know, this knot is just bothering me. It's kind of like off kilter, but we're gonna leave that alone because we don't want to ruin it. It's so cute. Let's get these guys over here. Kind of start gathering it here. Tied strings and then tied ribbon. Yes, I did. I put the string through the hole first, added the beads, knotted it at the top, and now I cut these from some jelly roll strips. And now we're just putting very simple bows on here. I don't know why these bows are going sideways now. What the heck? What the heck am I doing here? There we go. Like, why does that one just do that? That one doesn't do that. Must have tied it differently for some reason. Sometimes when I tie bows, and this is gonna sound funny, like not right-handed. So like when I go left over right first, they lay better. I don't know why. Don't know why that is. I was trying to get it off, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to get it off. I tied it too tight. So we'll play with that. But see, that's gonna bother me. It's gonna bother me. Okay, let's get this tool here. Ooh, it's almost 6. Oh my gosh. I have to leave in a half hour. We're going out to dinner to Maggiano's. Have you guys heard of Maggiano's? It's a yummy Italian restaurant. Going with my mom and my brother and his wife and all my kids and husband. Okay, let's try this again. So usually I go this way, so maybe let's go lefty through righty. See what happens. That wants to flip. I don't understand what is going on. You guys, this is driving me crazy. Can you tell? Absolutely crazy. Okay, I think that's better. Whew, get rid of that one. Okay. I hear my little yappy guy upstairs. Woo woo, he says. Woo. I have a dog who, they're gonna be 3, he and his brother, supper time, yeah. Oh, good. Yeah, you struck it rich. All right. Let's see how this one's gonna lay. Let's just turn that. There we go. So darling. Oh my gosh, you guys, these are so cute. I love these. Like I said, you can make these as a gift tag. You can make them as ornaments, little shelf sitters, tier tray sitters, anything like that. Let's do, I'm gonna experiment. Let's experiment on the small guy. All right, we didn't wax or anything. I'm gonna get a paper towel too. I don't wanna rub off the chalk. I just want to experiment with the stains. I want to see. You know what I haven't played with yet? Oh, goody. I want to play with those, those other gel stains we have. I haven't played with those yet. So I have to do that. All right, I'm just going to put a little bit of this one on paper towel here. This is the Tobacco Rhoda. This one I really like. I'm just going to kind of go across here. So that one just kind of darkens it a little bit. Actually, I think my mom is supposed to be here too. All right, so that's Tobacco Road. Let's get Up in Smoke. So this is going to be kind of grayish. Oh, thank you, Neva. You know, you gotta love farmhouse beads. Up in Smoke, that felt more runny to me. All right, let's put a little dab of that on here. It doesn't look, okay. All right, we'll do that one here. Now this is MDF, right? We're trying to color MDF. It's probably best to paint, but I just was curious how the stains would work. So that's Up in Smoke. I guess you can see it. It shows up better on the camera than it does in real life. Okay, I think my mom's here. The dogs are going nuts. All right. I gotta find a clean spot here. Let's do a natural. Now this one, we're gonna see. We're gonna see if this is gonna be lighter or even make any kind of a difference. We're gonna see. You wanna make sure it's nice and shaken up. All right. Just wanna find a clean spot on my paper towel here. I don't think it's open. It is not. Okay. After this, guys, I gotta split. All right, natural. You can see it's kind of like a creamy color. Let's see how it stains. Actually, I'm kind of surprised it shows up at all. I am really surprised. Okay, I'm gonna throw that paper towel out and get a clean one. And then I'm gonna kind of go back and forth here. So it does lighten it up, which is, I did not expect that. I did not expect that to lighten it up. It's a little bit lighter, but it does. All right, thanks Neva, have a great night. All right, so there's this is Tobacco Road, Up in Smoke, and Natural. There you have it, we tried them. All right guys, I am off to get ready for dinner as well. So thanks so much for showing up today, I appreciate you.